Well, howdy everyone. We're continuing our series on growing hydroponic tomatoes and peppers, and we're in week 10 and we have a lot of tomatoes here. I've had to prune this plant back because it got too large. So I actually could not see these tomatoes until I pruned. So now they'll get some light and I'll be able to tell when they ripen. Normally you don't prune determinate tomatoes because they need the leaves to ripen the fruit. I think you can see some of the leaves have some chlorosis, and I'm not really surprised because there's a lot of tomatoes here and they are pulling a lot of nutrients in order to ripen, and one of the things about determinate tomatoes is that they tend to ripen their fruit at about the same time. So, you know, for a person who wants to can or something like that, they're good. Indeterminate tomatoes are more sporadic, I guess I would use the word. So anyway, this plant is got a lot of tomatoes on it, and it's doing really well, but it is showing some deficiency signs. I'm not feeding it at a very high level, so that's probably why. I've only been feeding it at 1,000 parts per million, and it could probably take 12 to 1,500. But anyway, at least now I can see the tomatoes and I can actually see the bucket that they're in. And the peppers, this one on the end, it has a little bit more room. The peppers are doing well. You can see the leaves are quite large, and there is fruit. I actually I knocked this one off. It's small, but I knocked it off looking to see what's going on there. And it's kind of hard to get in there, but I think you can see we've got a bunch of peppers here, and I think there's more. We'll look at this plant. There's a flower. This plant here on the end is, I think, is the one that I knocked it off. You can see they're still flowering. And let's see if we can, oh yeah, I can feel them. There's one right there. There's a bunch down there. So anyway, we've got tomatoes, we've got peppers, and it looks like, you know, we're going to have a lot more peppers, and they're going to be easier to find because these are now flowering up on top. So I will probably have to go in here and prune some of these leaves off. Couple of reasons. One is I want airflow through here, and it's pretty hard for the air to penetrate all these leaves. And you know, plants like tomatoes here, they'll ripen better if they get some light. So all in all, this grow is a success, and I want to encourage people to try growing indoors. If you have a closet, that's great. If you don't, you can use a grow tent. And the main thing about growing indoors is making sure you have enough light, because that will be the limiting factor indoors. Now these are under a really strong LED light, so light is not a problem. And overall, aside from the ragged look of the tomatoes, these plants look great. So I guess I'll leave you for now, and we'll come back and update again in a little bit, and who knows, by then I may have pruned back my pepper plants. Alright, take care everybody. Have a good one. Don't forget, stay green. Alright, bye-bye.